Hi and welcome everyone. I hope everyone is feeling well and doing great. Okay, so in today's lesson we are going to learn a new tense called simple future or the future simple, doesn't really matter. I will explain how to use it and the grammatical form, how to form it. But before I begin, how to use the simple future with will and be going to. So we use the future simple with will to predict the future. And it is the basic way we talk about the future in English. And so we often use it if there is no reason to use another future tense. We also use it for future facts and for things that are less certain. For example, the sun will rise at 7 a.m. We also use the future simple for promises, for requests, for refusals, for offers. And, it's all about wanting to do something or not wanting to do something in this future. For example, I'll help you with your homework, or will you give me a hand? So, in a similar way, we often use will when we're talking about a decision at the moment of speaking. We are usually making an offer or a promise or talking about something that we want to do. For example, I'm cold. And then I would say, I'll close the window. So we are using I will close the window. We use the simple future with will in the first conditional and in other sentences that have a conditional feeling. For example, if it doesn't rain, we will go to the park. Or when we use shall. So shall is used mainly in the form shall I. And shall we in British English. So these forms are used when you want to get someone's opinion, especially for offers and suggestions. And like I said, the British, they love using shall I, shall we. For example, shall I open the window? It's a question. Or you can say, do you want me, it's equal to saying, do you want me to open the window? Or, for example, where shall we go tonight? It's equal to what's your opinion? So shall is like asking a question. And we have be going to. So be going to, we often use be going to talk about our future intentions and plans. We have usually made for our plans before the moment of speaking. For example, we've run out of milk. The answer to that would be, I know I'm going to buy some. So we also use be going to make predictions about the future. Often it's possible to use be going to and will, but it's more common to use be going to if we can see evidence in the present. Okay, so now that I gave you an overview of when do we use will, shall, and be going to, now let's look at it in more detail. Two ways to express the future. We have will and be going to plus the verb. So how do we form it? We form subject plus will plus verb, or we have subject plus be plus going to plus the verb. So these are the two ways we express the future. Subject plus will plus verb, or subject plus be going to plus verb. Now we have the use of will plus the verb. Now, when we want to use will plus the verb, subject plus will plus verb, we are wanting to volunteer or to express willingness. What does that mean? For example, I'm cold. Okay, I will turn on the heat. So we are volunteering to go and turn on the heat. Another example, I don't understand this sentence. As a teacher, she'll help you, or she will help you. So these are the use of will when we want to volunteer or when we want to express willingness, that you are willing to do something. Now, the use of will plus verb for scheduled events, like for events that have been scheduled and prepared from before. For example, Christmas will be on Tuesday this year. So this is a scheduled event. We already know when Christmas will be this year. Or let's say the Eid. We were talking about the Eid. We know, we usually know when the Eid is the night before or a few days before. So this is a scheduled event. Or we can say Monday will be your first day of work. So this is a scheduled event. I know that Monday is going to be my first day at work. Also, we used will for promises. For example, don't forget to mail the letter. And then I would say, I'll go to the post office after work, which is I will go to the post office after work. Or you could say, I promise I will go to the post office after work. So this is another use of will. Another example, I'll call you on Monday. I'll call you Monday morning. I won't forget. Okay, thanks. This is a promise also. I will call you Monday morning. I won't forget. So again, we use will for scheduled events. We use will for volunteering or for expressing willingness. Volunteering, for example, if I say, who would like to erase the board? And then you would say, I will. That means you are volunteering. You are willing to help me and erase the board. Do you understand now? And here for scheduled events, when I say to my students, our final exam will be on January 7th. Okay, so this is a scheduled event planned. Okay, and again, we use will for promises. Promises, like what I have in the example, don't forget, if someone tells me, don't forget to mail the letter, and then I reply back with, I will go to the post office after work, I promise. Or if I say, I'll call you Monday morning, I won't forget. The reply, my friend's reply will be like, okay, thanks. So 3 uses: promises, scheduled events, and volunteering or expressing willingness. Okay, let's not forget. Now, we have the use of will for predictions. When you predict that something is going to happen, for example, be careful, the floor is wet, you'll fall. Okay, so this is a prediction. We know that if you walk on a wet floor or a soapy floor, there is a great chance that you will slip and fall. So here in this case, we are using will for prediction. We are predicting that you're going to fall because I'm washing the floor and there's soap and water. So I will say, be careful, the floor is wet, you'll fall. Here we have will plus the verb. So how do we form it in question? We have will plus subject plus the verb, and don't forget our question mark. In the negative, same thing as the affirmative, subject plus will plus not, which makes it won't, plus the verb. It's very easy. This tense is super easy. Just relax when you're listening to me, and I know we've been through a lot of tenses, but this one is one of the easiest ones, and I think you already know it. You already know this intentionally, but you probably didn't know the name of it, but I'm sure you've used it, speaking and writing. So again, will plus the verb in question form. We have will plus subject plus verb, and then the continuation of the sentence and our question mark. Negative, in the negative sentences, we have will plus not. Subject, will not, plus the verb. Contractions and pronunciation with will. I will equals to I'll. I apostrophe LL is equal to I will, remember. You will equals to you'll, Y-O-U apostrophe LL, which makes it you'll. He will is equal to he'll, H-E apostrophe L-L. And she will equals to she'll, S-H-E apostrophe L-L. It will equals to it'll. That's kind of hard, tongue twister, but it'll, okay? I-T apostrophe L-L. And they will equals to they'll. Try to pronounce after me, maybe it'll help make it easier. They'll, T-H-E-Y apostrophe L-L. And then we will equals to we'll, W-E apostrophe L-L. And pronunciation, my friend will, the dog will, Maria will, Bob will, the students will. We cannot contract these. We cannot say my friend'll or my dog'll or Maria'll. No, Bob'll. No. We only contract subject plus the will. We cannot contract any other ones. Next, we have use be going to plus verb to express a prior plan. What does that mean? For example, why did you buy this paint? If I'm asking my sister, why did you buy this paint? I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing correct today. Why did you buy this paint? She will reply back, I'm going to paint my bathroom tonight. That's her reply back. So my question is, why did you buy this paint? My sister's reply is, I'm going to paint my bathroom tonight. So this is, be going to is expressing a plan. She has a plan to paint her bathroom tonight, and that is why she bought the paint. Next, we have use be going to plus verb for prediction. When we want to use be going to in predicting something, we already talked about what does prediction mean. And خمن, be careful, the floor is wet, you're going to fall. Okay, so we are predicting عم نخمن إنه راح توقعي عشان الأرض على ما يصابونه. So you would say, be careful, the floor is wet, you're going to fall. Okay, so this is using be going to, and then finishing it with your verb in prediction. Like when you want to predict something in a sentence, this is how you would form it. Be careful, the floor is wet, you're going to fall. Next we have be going to plus verb alone. In question, how do we form in a question? Be plus subject plus going to plus verb plus the rest of your sentence and question mark. In negative, we have subject plus be plus not plus going to plus your verb, the rest of your question, your sentence, I mean. And here we have the contraction and pronunciation. Be going to plus the verb I am going to equals to I'm going to. You are going to equals to you're going to. He is going to equals to he's going to. She is going to equals to she's going to plus your verb. We are going to equals to we're going to, W-E apostrophe R-E, and then going to. They are going to equals to they're going to, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E, they're going to. My friend is going to equals to my, no, nothing, we don't contract. My friend stays my friend is going to, and the students are going to stays the same. The students are going to. Pretty easy. Now here I have some practice sentences for you. Have your notebook, get a notebook, your English notebook, and a pencil, and write these down. And you are going to change them to the future with using be going to, and then plus the verb, the rest of your sentence. I will do the first two with you, and you continue the rest and complete them and send them to me on private. So we have they, and then in parentheses, take a vacation next year. They will be taking a vacation next year. To becomes she, and then, or let me read it, she, in parentheses, study art at San Diego State University. How do we change it into using the future? Let's look back here and see. So here, she is going to, okay? So she is going to study art at San Diego State University. See how easy that is? Let's look at they. They, we don't have, no, here it is. They are going to take a vacation next year. Pretty easy. And here in predictions, what do you think? Use will or be going to plus your verb. What are your predictions about the future? Work, or you don't have to work with the partner. Write 5 sentences and write 5 sentences predicting your future and using will and be going to, and that would be your homework. And finally, we reached the end of our lesson. Here, as I like to put a positive quote at the end of each of our lessons. And here I have a quote by the famous Oprah Winfrey, one of my idols that I adore and really, really admire. I think she's a great person, and she worked so hard on herself to become successful, and that's what life is all about. And if you do not know her, she has a show called The Oprah Winfrey Show. Watch it. I used to watch it all the time, and I still love watching it. It's very beneficial, very educating, very lots of knowledge and information. She has, I can talk forever about her. But anyways, so in this quote, she is saying, doing the best at this moment puts you in the best place for the next moment. So what does doing your best mean? Okay, in my opinion, this is what Mrs. Sidine thinks. Doing your best is an attitude, okay? And also, I'd love for you guys to write all these quotes in your notebook and if we ever return to school, I would love to see them just to make sure that you were following along with me and paying attention to whatever I had to say. So, what does doing your best mean? In my opinion, doing your best is an attitude. And excellence is a learned habit that is not about your knowledge or experience or hard skills, but it's rather about your attitude, your soft skills. And to do your best means to try your hardest and to always reach excellence in your work. And that is the only way you will succeed in life. And one of the things that I often hear of, from people is they attempt, يعني بيحاولوا to do something and they fail, and they say they tried their best. But it's good to know that even if you couldn't get what you wanted, you at least pushed yourself to, you pushed yourself hard to succeed. And, but what does that exactly mean, to try your best? Trying your best seems to be different from how a lot of other people see it. But, I've seen half-hearted attempts to accomplish something only to proclaim proudly that they have tried their best. But to me, trying your best means actually doing everything you possibly can to make something happen. And that is the meaning of doing your best. And this is one of great advice I can give you. So think about it, and have a great rest of your day, and until our next lesson.